Breaking Chains, Building Prosperity, a candid examination of cultural influence in the Black community. It's time we have a frank and critical conversation about culture's role in undermining prosperity in the Black community. No more dancing around the issue. It's time to spotlight the destructive influence that certain cultural aspects have inflicted upon a community with an undeniable wealth of potential. To begin, we need to call out the elephant in the room, the culture of silence and acceptance. Certain destructive behaviors have been normalized, tolerated, or even glorified for too long. Yet, what does celebrating criminal activities in some music and media genres do for our young Black men and women? It paints a picture of an inevitable life trajectory steeped in hardship, criminality, and violence. It implants a notion of limited possibilities, of circumscribed futures. How can we expect prosperity to flourish under such a shadow? Let's be clear. This is not about culture bashing or finger-pointing. It's about holding a mirror to the self-perpetuating cycles within our cultural fabric that are choking the life out of Black prosperity. We need to embrace the diverse, rich, and vibrant elements of Black economic opportunity and at the same time address the negative facets that continue to hold us back. Furthermore, the culture of immediate gratification, often propelled by consumerism, is another significant roadblock to prosperity. Constantly chasing the latest trends or sinking money into depreciating assets hinders wealth accumulation and financial stability. The focus needs to shift from immediate consumption to long-term investment and growth. Moreover, the culture of victimhood must be confronted head-on. Yes, systemic injustices exist. Yes, the Black community has suffered and continues to suffer under the weight of racial bias and discrimination. But adopting a victim mentality and passing it down from generation to generation only perpetuates a cycle of helplessness and despair. The narrative needs to change. It's time to foster a culture of empowerment, resilience, and ownership. Finally, the culture of educational neglect is a ticking time bomb. When education is devalued or dismissed, it's like severing the lifeline to upward mobility. In a world that's rapidly advancing, we must foster a culture that values education and encourages continuous learning. To be clear, this is not a blanket condemnation of Black culture. Far from it. Black culture is a potent source of strength, resilience, creativity, and joy. But we need to scrutinize the elements within it that perpetuate cycles of poverty and disempowerment. Essentially, the goal is not to dismantle Black culture, but to challenge and change the aspects that hinder prosperity. To sow the seeds of success, we need to cultivate a culture that supports education, long-term investment, personal responsibility, and most importantly, a future of limitless possibilities. The Black community doesn't just deserve prosperity, it can achieve it. It's time we acknowledge the obstacles and actively work towards breaking these chains. The journey may be challenging, but the destination is undeniably worth it.